chat. Hold on. Give me a second. My chapstick melted. Uh, so, I know I haven't streamed in a couple days. I know my background is also a little bit different. Hold on. So let's go ahead and talk about, kind of what's happened in the last couple days. So I was in the hospital. I had a couple issues with my shoulder. Basically what happened was I'd gotten injured at home. I was coming home and it was raining outside and stuff. And I slept on my porch. So I hurt my shoulder pretty bad. I was having a lot of pain, and then I was having to head home. No, I was having a lot of pain. I took some ibuprofen and stuff to kind of help it and such, and actually go to bed and whatnot. Because I had, it was Monday. Um, yeah, it was a Monday. Uh, yeah, it was last Monday. Um, and I had to go get my cat fixed up in Prescott. So I basically drove up there. I got him fixed and everything. And then just, yeah, I felt fine. And then on the way home, my shoulder popped. Um, yeah, my shoulder had basically popped and I gotten pretty numb on my shoulder. So I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't feel it. Um, oh, hello. Uh, yeah, so I went to the hospital. I was in the ER for like 6 hours and it was more of a waiting room type thing. They did my x-rays, and then more of my arm had gotten numb. And then finally at like I had went into the hospital, I think at like 4 or 5 o'clock, and they probably didn't even see me until 10 o'clock at night. So 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I didn't be seen until 10 o'clock that night. The doctor, I mean, he was kind of rude, but he was also kind of straightforward, so I wasn't gonna really complain all that much. He was kind of stretching out my arm, which is still kind of sore. He stretched out my arm, kind of make it feel better. They gave me some medications like morphine, and they gave me an anti-inflammatory, which is actually a medication I'm taking right now. Um, so yeah. And then he wasn't sure what kind of injury I had done to my shoulder, so they gave me a sling, which of course I'm not wearing it right now, but I'll get to that. Basically had given me a sling. Um, I was wearing it for a couple days. I went into my work Wednesday, and I basically talked to them. They're like, well, because it wasn't a work injury, we can't pay you for this. Um, yeah, so they couldn't pay me for it. And I basically told them, well, how much PTO do I have? I only have like 45 minutes. So I actually had called physical therapy that day because they actually had called me this morning before I went in. This was Wednesday, yesterday, by the way. Tuesday it was kind of just a big like waiting game on what was gonna happen. But Wednesday I got a phone call. I scheduled an appointment. No, sorry, that was Tuesday. Wow, I'm twisting it up. Tuesday I went to talk to my HR. And Tuesday was when I also called the physical therapist because they called me. Wednesday I had my appointment. Sorry, I'm getting my days mixed up because I'm off this week. So basically, you're like, yeah, so we can't pay you because it wasn't a work injury. Because I wasn't at work, I was at home. So basically, I had yeah, so I basically had that injury. I went to physical therapy yesterday. I talked to them. He basically had me kind of stretch out my arm and whatnot. It's still a little bit sore and stuff. He said, my arm wasn't too bad. He was looking at my x-rays and he looks like I had just overworked a tendon. He says he thinks it's an older injury. He did ask what I did for work, and I did tell him I'm a certified nursing assistant. So he says, yeah, with injuries like that, they can come very common, and the injuries can kind of last a little bit. But he said that I was doing fine. I didn't have to wear the arm sling, and that I could go back to work after a week. Because he didn't want me overworking my arm, and I'm still on the medications, and I don't get off until Sunday or Monday. So yeah. Um, So yeah, so that's happening. I was playing Genshin. I wasn't really playing it all that often because I wasn't sure how my arm went, which is another reason why I wasn't streaming. But I should be getting back to streaming normal schedule. But yeah. Yeah, just a lot has happened. As I said, I wasn't streaming because of my injury. I also had gotten a computer built and stuff, which is why my setup is a little bit differently. I'm actually in the back guest bedroom. My roommate had moved out, so I had turned the back bedroom into kind of a guest slash kind of work office. The light I have on right now is like a blue, it's like cyber light because I want to make the room kind of like a cyberpunk theme, which I still have a lot to work on. Excuse me. I also still have some, I actually have some allergies going on right now. So I have some allergy nasal spray, having to take my vitamins, having to take some medications, and I've been very exhausted. That's also why I haven't been streaming. But at least I'm streaming today, which is good. Um, I don't know if there's really like anything else to talk about, just minus the fact that I had my injury. Um, yeah, but I didn't know that my injury was kind of like an older one until he was talking to me, and it's like, yeah, it's very common. And I was like, that's weird because even like in the hospital, like, well, we don't see anything wrong with your injury. And then the physical therapist is like, well, he's more like the orthopedic. He's like, it was actually an orthopedic doctor I talked to. He was like, well, you had this, you have like a tendon kind of tore because what it looked like is it looked like the bone had shifted into my shoulder. So my arm hadn't popped out of socket, which that was my first case. I thought my arm had popped out of socket. Um, yeah, that didn't happen. He also did make sure, they didn't pop it back in place or anything. I was like, no. I was like, yeah, no. I'm glad that they didn't because I was afraid, that they were gonna injure my arm. Because they didn't want to touch it because they didn't know what was wrong with it. He was like, oh, okay. Oops, sorry. Um, yeah. So he was just worried about and then he was just glad that I wasn't injured or anything. That I wasn't too injured. But well, I want to check something. I want to check my achievements. Oh, hold on. Stream for 8 hours, stream on 7 different days, have an average. Oh, okay. So I'm actually my 30-day performance is actually not that bad. I am glad. I was afraid that because I wasn't streaming so much, I was losing the hours. But luckily, the monthly hours are only 8, and it's streaming 7 days out of the month. So, yay, my stupid thing is still working. But I just still don't have this average per viewers per average, whatever. Because it had went down. I had got it last month, but um I didn't have the 50 followers yet, so I couldn't apply yet. Um, but yeah, I don't know if there's really anything else to do. Let's see. I think the new trailer. Hold on, I'm gonna go on YouTube real quick. That is not what I want. No, stop. How do you pronounce her name? Hold on. There's a new character that's coming out soon. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to see her demo trailer. Oh, okay. Um, Here we go.
The secrets of
Right.
the mechanic.
Oh no, that's not. Do they have the trailer up for her yet? For her teaser trailer? Let me see. They should. That's not obvious. That's she's having some nasty like coughs going on. Oh, here we go. So we have the. I haven't seen Gommings yet. No, is Gommings in? Hold on. I don't think Gommings is an actual trailer, is it? Oh, it is. Okay. Um. So let's go ahead. So what I do want to do today, let me see if I can fix. I do have to fix my stream and stuff though. Um. I'm gonna move this over to the corner. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, there, and then display capture. Bingo. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up her.
Huh?
On.
A story.
I apologize if you hear raining going on in the background. It is storming like crazy outside. But anyway, let's go ahead and watch this teaser trailer for this character. Seong Yoon, I think.
Story about Master?
Okay.
Let me think.
This is Ganyu, by the way.
Master's a great inventor. When I was a child, she made all kinds of toys for me.
Hold on, I'm gonna see real quick. Can I turning up the desktop volume a little bit?
They were often too advanced for me. But they always showed me how much she cared.
Okay, I'm just gonna do kind of a tester real quick. Testing.
You want to hear a story about Master? Master might say she likes peace and quiet, but she doesn't mind
there we
getting
go.
visitors on Mount
Sorry,
Outflung.
excuse me.
In truth,
I was fixing the
she
volume a
does
little
get
bit.
lonely if no one ever goes to see her.
Hold on. Turning down the desktop. There we go.
Cloud retainer, you say? Yes, I know a tale or two. There was a time when she preferred to appear in human form, and was revered as a bold and decisive figure.
Really? Aw, we've never seen her in that form before.
Who speaks about one behind one's back?
Not to worry. I'm sure you will have the chance to very soon.
Okay, so kind of a simple little trailer. So one of the things I did notice is we do kind of get like a little bit of an in look on Ganyu when she was younger. Because they do, because it looks like the travel is probably going around asking about Cloud Retainer. Because this might be like a teaser trailer for like a story quest of some sort. So obviously we get Ganyu as a child. There's a part where you see like I guess Ganyu had like a little tail at some point before, everything got yeah, she had like a little tail from her form because she's a goat of some sort. And then we also see that Shinhei also gets a backstory explaining about this character, Xiang Yun. And then obviously we go to, Zhongli or Rex Lapis about it. Which I'm kind of wondering, like, I guess we might get a little bit of a more of an input as to why she's using this form. Specifically. I mean, she might just be doing just for the lantern, right? But we've never seen her in this form before. So I think there might be something that happens. I think it has something to do with the new map. I think they mentioned before that some of this new map has something to do with her. So the new map that opened up might have something to do with a character story that opens up or something to do with the new events. Um, and also another thing, fun fact, in Eastern Asian countries, they have this thing where if someone sneezes, that means that, that someone is talking about you behind your back. So, for example, if you sneeze, that means that someone is talking about you behind your back, which is why she had mentioned that who's talking about me behind my back. But it's kind of cool. We don't really get like exactly of a teaser trailer of her yet until probably right before she gets released because it's a character teaser. So I meant to say character demo. So this is more just like a character teaser type thing. So this might just be like a thing for a character story. But we won't see probably any of her gaming trailer stuff until a couple days before. Because today is Thursday. Excuse me. So yeah, so today is Thursday. So might see something probably on Monday because a new update comes out on Monday. So next we have Gaming's trailer. Gaming, not gaming. His is also a character trailer, not a character
Oh,
demo.
that's quite the inquiry, Gaming. So are the stories true, sir?
He looks like my cat.
Any discussion of this beast must first begin with Chen Yu Vale, a land of tiered peaks shrouded in billowing mist, replete with stories of illuminated beasts. As for the subject of your curiosity, let us call it the solitary Swanee. It is a symbolic and auspicious animal.
So this is the new
said to be
boss fight, by the
related to
way.
the Adepti.
This might be stuff for Gaming and
Legends say the Swanee traverses
Singhorn.
the land under the cover of mist. Its presence nearly indetectable, save only for the faintest outline of horns. When at ease, it rests with its eyes closed and legs crossed.
So we
Yet
don't have a
should the
Gaming
situation
trailer yet
prove
then.
dangerous,
Maybe.
the fury of the Swanee will be unleashed. It moves with the swiftness of windswept clouds. It attacks with the ferocity of a roaring waterfall. But some people say this time of peace has forced the Swanee into a life of seclusion far beyond our reach. Still, those are just a few old legends I've heard in my time. Getting all that across in a wushu dance might prove tricky, no?
It's like anything. Practice makes perfect. I just gotta work at it. You see? Manzai agrees with me.
Yeah, so it might just be. So we don't exactly have a character actually Gaming yet, which is kind of weird. Oop, wrong one. So I guess, his will is just like more talking about the character, like the new weekly boss, which I think the new weekly boss is inspired by, or Gaming is inspired by the new weekly boss, with how he's talking about him. Another thing that is also interesting is they mentioned this in Lantern Right, like the new Lantern Right trailer. I guess Gaming had, like a partner for his lion dances because in the lion dances there's two people for the dances. Um so it looks like he might have had a partner at some point because is also very upset during the trailer. So we might get a little bit more insight with that. Obviously he'll have a character hangout instead of a story quest because he is a 4-star. Because he doesn't get, treatment like the beginning 4 stars in the beginning of the game. Um, so I guess we'll just have to see how that turns out. But yeah. So end of stream. Yeah, I know, super short stream. I my apologies. I want to go ahead. I want to stream tomorrow. I do because I haven't streamed in a little bit and I'm kind of losing my mind from not streaming. But I do have a couple things I do have to do tonight. My arm is still kind of sore, so I don't want to do like any too much gaming and actually like hurt myself. So hold on. Let me do that. Alrighty, well I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Short stream, I know, my apologies, but I will stream tomorrow. So bye bye.